All right, I'm in North Georgia looking for striped neck musk turtles, and first 5 minutes on the water, male striped neck musk turtle. And here with the striped neck musk turtle man himself, Grover Brown. So we're gonna see what we can find today, but not a bad way to start. Nice chunky male, like Grover says, they're kind of shaped like a doorstop, so kind of an interesting shape, especially as they age. They really just get kind of warped, mainly around that huge head. So gonna take a couple pictures and let this guy go. All right, so this week I'm coming from Northwest Georgia. We had a lot of storms come in over the past week up the Gulf, further out west, and that's pushed a lot of rain and kind of inclement weather this way. So I had an original plan for what I wanted to do this week, but I'm probably gonna have to push that another week. So today I'm just kind of exploring some local stuff, gonna just see how many things I can get, and I'll take you guys along with me. But I found this really pretty little river cooter. And actually the river cooters up here used to be recognized as their own subspecies called the hieroglyphic river cooter, named based on the intricate markings on their shell. And then I think within the last 10 or 15 years, these guys were decided no longer to be a valid subspecies and are just considered eastern river cooters. But the neat thing is the ones from up here do have these pretty little round irises. You don't really see that in the other populations. They're a little flatter and longer, and then the adults will be really flat and long, and they'll be pinched in on the sides. And just really neat. It's cool to see these in these cool flowing streams and compare them to the ones that I see in the rest of the state and other states where they're a little bit thicker and inhabit, bigger rivers. So we're gonna let this guy go and move along. See you, fella. All right here next to where I released that river cooter is an adult keltifer feeding on the bottom. What you can see is they sit and they use their front legs to kind of dig and find little snails on the ground, on the bottom and on rocks, and then they'll just go along and kind of munch those guys up. See if we can get this one in hand. Wow, that's a big old male. Pretty though, look at that. He's got some nice yellow on him, nice big head. These guys are really awesome. He's got some damage on the back of his shell, a little bit of a leech going on there. But man, what a pretty turtle. I love these guys. It's so awesome to see them in their natural habitat. All right, so what's even more cool and unique about this turtle is you see that little notch right there behind his head? This guy's been marked by my buddy Grover, who studies these turtles and keeps track of them. And it's really neat to put a little notch in a turtle, and then this way, where he's notched on the shell corresponds with a number. And so these turtles end up with a unique number, and it tells you exactly which turtle it is. And you can keep track of their upstream, downstream movements, how fast they grow, just a lot of information. And so it's really cool to be able to see these turtles and mark them. So I'm gonna release this guy back exactly where I found him, and we're gonna move along, see what else we can get. All right, buddy, see you later. Ah, little baby turtle. I see you, fellow. There's a little baby little yellow-bellied slider right here. See him right there? Boom. There he goes. Anyway, to dodge the rain, I've had to change my tactic a little bit, and now I'm in a kind of an urban, suburbia type area. And I'm looking for whatever I can find close to home. I do know that there are striped neck musk turtles close to where I live, and it would be really awesome to get one out of a stream that kind of flows through a pretty little urban area. All right, first turtle of this creek is this little baby yellow-bellied slider. I just passed one on the trail down to here, and he is in no hurry. In fact, he's got his eyes closed. No hurry to jump off of that rock. Looks like maybe he's got some damage to his nose. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, he's got some damage on his face and the end of his nose. Could be from a predator. Could be from really anything. It does look like it's got like some kind of an infection. So not real sure. I'm gonna leave him where he's at. Turtles are really resilient, and this guy can honestly pull through. That's a pretty minor injury in the grand scheme of things. So if I just leave him here basking, and he's still able to get in the water and get some food from time to time, and then just spend the rest of the time basking and getting that injury dry, he should pull through. And maybe in a year or two I'll catch him again as a juvenile, and he'll have a little nubbin of a nose, and wish him the best. Oh, common snapper. Just went under that bank. Probably not gonna be able to catch it, but it just went under there. You can see all the sediment coming out from under the bank. It's about a 12-inch common snapper. Pretty cool. So when I walk this creek, I like to go up to this part up here where a smaller creek joins it. And that seems to be the best part as far as this whole stretch. Once you get up higher than where this small creek joins it, it doesn't really get that good. So it just goes to show how important, you know, one tributary feeding into another, you know, how they work together to, you know, make like a thriving habitat for turtles. It just shows how important that is. So we'll get up here. You got this nice wide area, and you have this small tributary here, and then the main creek here. And sometimes I'll see some striped neck musk turtles and cooters and stuff like that hanging out right here in this area where the water from both meet. One stream is much cooler than the other. So I like to check this area. Like I said, if I go further up this, it's more polluted and doesn't have as many mollusks. This one has some tiny mollusks, but it gets very small very quickly. So this is really the best. And then this stream carries the product of both of them. So I'm gonna keep looking, let you know if I find anything. Going up the smaller one, just a little ways, just to see if anything's up here. That's pretty nice. Much cooler water, a lot more shade. Has like a nice little flow over these layers of rocks, which looks really cool. Also really good for salamanders. This is a creek where I would expect there to be a lot of spring salamanders, probably a lot of duskies. Very good for those. Let's see if this keeps on going. We'll keep going a little bit more. These rocks are slippery, so I have to be careful. Almost fell. Right now I am heading back because I have a pretty nasty storm coming up behind me. Looks like this is going to be probably it for the day. Been trying to dodge rain all day, and it looks like it's catching up to me once again. So I'm going to take it back and either look at seeing if I can go somewhere else today, or maybe push it to a different day. But overall, I mean, it's a nice day. It's always nice to get out and walk the creeks. Have a seat, boy. And yeah, so we'll just keep going and figure it out, whether it's more today or I go back out tomorrow. Well, I did not make it back to the car in time, so I guess I'm gonna wait this storm out under this bridge. Luckily the water level's low, and I think this storm's just gonna blow over. Yep, still here. So all the waiting under the bridge was totally worth it, because as soon as I came out from under the bridge, this little guy was crossing the bottom. Little juvenile striped neck musk turtle. Look at that guy, so cool. Super glad to see this guy. Kind of made today coming here and getting rained on worth it. So pretty stoked on this. Nice little find. So just gonna let this guy go and then head out, see if I can hit another spot. Blue skies are back. Flew over. Whoa, it's back there. So now I can walk back and not feel too bad. So as not fun as it is to get poured rain on, it does give you an interesting perspective on what goes on in the creek, because you do get to see how the snakes and the turtles do come out after it rains, and kind of take advantage of, you know, that extra running water, maybe some things that have been washed out that they can feed on. So that was pretty cool to see. Now I'm gonna hope that this private school I parked at, hopefully they didn't tow my car. That wouldn't be very Christian of them now, would it? All right, I'm out on a different day, and I got this little loggerhead musk turtle right off the bat. There was another one right in front of it. Didn't get the capture because I had to delete some videos off of my phone from last week and the week before because I'm lazy. But pretty neat to see this little dude. I'm gonna take some pictures of him and then let him go. Okay, let's release this guy and keep on moving. So it's gonna zip right along. With the amount of rain and the lack of water clarity, I had to switch up my tactics and move to some of these shallower areas where when the water's running hard, it actually comes up into these little eddies and coves. And it paid off. Found a nice little river cooter. This guy probably hatched out last fall, overwintered in the nest, and then has been running around doing all the things that baby turtles do. And he was just hiding out in this little shallow area right here. And just look at how beautiful that shell is. That is such an awesome pattern. He does have a few extra scutes right there, but nothing that's gonna actually, cause him to have anything other than a normal life. It's really cool the way that pattern actually blends in with the bottom, and they can just really hide naturally in their environment. Really cool turtles. That turtle will one day be a pretty big river turtle. So good find, and let's keep going, see what else we can get today. All right, guys, well, that's pretty much it, man. We've had a whole lot of rain the last week or two with the storms moving in through the Gulf, and it's kind of pushed a lot of weather over here, so it's just water over and over and over into these streams, and it just makes it so murky. It's really difficult to walk. Hopefully in a couple days it'll be good again, and I can have a night video for you guys next week. So thank you for watching this video. As always, I appreciate every single one of you guys, especially the longtime subscribers and then all the new subscribers. Thank you guys so much for joining the channel. Please share these videos, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.